Haste is a game where you run through worlds, dodge obstacles, and reach the portal at the end before a void catches you and tickles your butthole. This is a roguelite, so every run you'll do will never be the same, even in the story progression. As you progress through your run, you will gather items, sparks to use to help you navigate your levels. This game has been a very addictive game, and I've played it for many hours. I mainly play it just to play the endless mode, so this video will be showcasing my endless mode runs until I reach level 690, for no reason. Oh yeah, please don't mind the bitrate. I forgot to record the VODs and how to use Twitch's VOD recorder. Anyway, please enjoy. Throughout the video, I'll be skipping most of the uneventful parts of the run, as not much really happened, and I'll just summarize what happened. So far, nothing really happened. Okay. Nothing happened this time. And no one had to unexpectedly die. Okay, now absolutely nothing happened at all. Okay, so not the best way to start a challenge. This time, the run goes smoothly for the rest of the day. Surprisingly. Anyway, here are the items that I've collected. I got more luck, a movement item, and a small boost. But they were not what I was really wanting to get. I was in it for the speed. Well, way more speed than you'd think I'd need. Only a combo of 3 items would quench the speed I really want. Those items will be a little secret for later. Oh yeah, there was no stream. Anyway, on to day 3. On day 3, I got a decent amount of progress done, and if you've noticed, yes, I was sponsored by Monopoly Go for my streams, but by the time this video has been uploaded, the sponsorship has ended, and I earned a decent amount of money. Thank you to those who have supported. Anyway, as I was saying, I got a decent way through the levels. I ended the day at level 50, and I got a couple of boosts, some tanking items, an energy item, and a cooldown reduction. Oh yeah, and a couple of things happened in the chat. 2 of my friends passed their Part 107 drones test with a 97 and a 93. Allegedly. Definitely having nothing to do with a deal I made with them to hide their real scores. Anyway, another one of my friends entered chat to tell me they failed a test. I asked them, what test did they fail? Surely it wasn't a hard one. They said they failed the Gatsby test. I mean, how do you fail the Gatsby test? All you needed to know is the main character is Spider-Man and his best friend gets shot by a Kutobo inside of a pool. Anyway, sorry for going on a little tangent there. Something else did occur, most importantly of them all on the stream. I gotta play Minecraft. Yay! On day 4, things start to get interesting. Remember how I mentioned that I was looking for 3 particular items? Well, I managed to get one of them, that one being the booster pog. This item allows me to gain boost based on how rich I am, and as the run goes on, that multiplier keeps on increasing. Along with that item, I got a few more energy items to sustain me in the air when I'm using the main skill to stall. To do this, you need to have Courier's Board, and instead of holding down the skill, you just spam the button, because the initial animation when you press the main skill button will lift you upwards just a tiny bit. Anyway, the other items I got are again some more boosts, heals, and some items to make me. I also got some items to give me more sparks so I can get more speed from said booster pop. And I got 2 very important movement items for the thing I was going for, though these items I did not include to the 3 I mentioned before. These 2 just make things a bit more fun. To end the day off, I ended the stream at level 300 and I reached speeds of 500 meters per second. Not much really happened on this day. I mean, I got to level 480, I did some laundry, and my speed was around 600, and I got some items, but they weren't really important to mention, as they just made the run more easier. Basically, my main struggle of the day was just overshooting the portal, panicking, and falling off the map. And you also may be wondering, Jacob, why don't you ever show any moments where you actually interacted in the stream? And here's what I have to say to that. Oh. This day was a pretty slow one, but I like to call it Dive Bomb Simulator. I had gained enough speed and airtime to locate the portal and skip my way there. Also, if you noticed that I'm constantly swinging my camera side to side, this is not because I was jamming to music, but it was a way for me to locate the portal. Basically, the sides of the screen, the skybox, does not function the way it's intended to, making some of the entities like the portal somewhat visible, along with some of the sides of the ground. Using this, if you have enough speed and airtime, you can just jump and skip some to all of the level as long as you don't overshoot or undershoot. But then with all of the speed, the game starts to break. I start to clip through the ground. The speed is getting uncontrollable. Then I found the last two items that I've been searching for. I had enough speed to meet my other goal, and that would be to break the game. The items I've been searching for is General Relativity, and it has a cooldown of 0.30 seconds, and it reduces all of my cooldown by 0.1 seconds for every 10% boost that I have. So if you stack that with the booster pog, I will get an insane amount of cooldown reduction just for being rich. The other item is called Growth Potential. This has a 25% chance to increase my speed, and it has a 5-second cooldown. And with all of my cooldowns reduced exponentially, I will be constantly increasing my speed. Constantly decreases my cooldown. That will be constantly increasing my speed. That will constantly be decreasing my cooldown. That will be constantly increasing my speed. That will constantly decreasing my cooldown. So, as you expected, the run did end. I felt very satisfied nonetheless. So I decided to start another run, and with my other goal fulfilled, I have no need to get those items again. So I got the booster pog again, but that's okay, as long as I don't get the General Relativity. Okay, I get it, but I don't have nearly enough boost or sparks to make the game impossible to play. And besides, as long as I don't get growth potential, this run will be smooth sailing. I killed the run. I did the same thing as the last run. I didn't even get half as through as the last one. I needed that high again, that dope, the rush, and I got growth potential, and the speed was again too high to control. You know what? I'm gonna do another run. The last one was short. Just with a little luck and determination, surely I'll be able to. I killed the run again.